Attention passionate San Francisco 49ers fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the NFC West and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on San Francisco 49ers' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true San Francisco 49ers fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your FRINDS and San Francisco 49ers fans. Let's get to the news, so let's talk about what's buzzing around the league right now, something that could seriously shake up the NFC West and our 49ers' future. Rumors are swirling about a blockbuster trade that might just transform our defensive front and give us that extra edge we need to make yet another deep playoff run. And it involves none other than Trey Hendrickson, the explosive edge rusher from the Cincinnati Bengals. Now I know what you're thinking. Trey Hendrickson? Yeah, that guy has been a beast for the Bengals, and the buzz is that he might soon be donning the red and gold. This isn't just idle chatter. Sources close to the league and reputable insiders like Diana Rossini are hinting that the Bengals, currently sitting at a disappointing 3-6, might be willing to move Hendrickson. Why? Well, their defense has been leaking points, giving up an average of 33 3-points per game, and they're in a bit of a rebuild mode after losing Joe Burrow to injury and dealing with their own struggles. What makes Hendrickson such an intriguing target for the 49ers? First, his production level is off the charts. Last season, he racked up 5 sacks and an eye-popping 58 pressures, all while maintaining a pressure rate of around 19% and a PFF grade in the upper 80s, essentially top tier among edge rushers in the league. And this year, he's been just as impactful, with 34 combined tackles, including 12 assists and 5 sacks so far. That's a player who's not just a situational pass rusher, but a consistent force on the edge, capable of changing games with big plays. Hendrickson's career stats include over 50 sacks, and he's been selected to the Pro Bowl 4 times. That kind of experience and explosiveness is exactly what the 49ers need right now, especially after losing Nick Bosa to a season-ending knee injury and Michael Williams facing an ACL suspect situation. Now, let's zoom out and imagine how this could fit into San Francisco's current roster and season. The 49ers are sitting at a very respectable 6-3, and despite the injuries, they are still among the top defenses in the league, allowing about 23 points per game. But adding Hendrickson, that would be a game changer. His presence would inject that much-needed pass rush potency, elevating our sacks by at least 10, possibly more. It's no secret that in today's NFL, a relentless pass rush is often the difference-maker in close games, especially in the playoffs. Hendrickson's ability to generate pressure and force QB errors would be invaluable for a defense that's been fighting through multiple injuries and inconsistencies. Let's talk specifics. Hendrickson's stats for 2025 are impressive. 22 solo tackles, 12 assists, 34 combined, and his sack total stands at 5 so far. His pressure rate and EPA per snap show that he's not just racking up stats, but actively disrupting offenses. His PFF grade, sitting at 89.5, puts him in the top 10 among edge players, and he's been remarkably durable this season, avoiding serious injuries despite averaging around 85 snaps per game. That durability is a huge plus for a team like the 49ers, who need reliable contributors in the trenches. His career trajectory and recent production make him an ideal fit for the Niners' aggressive, high-pressure defense. Now, what about the Bengals? Well, they're in a tough spot financially, with about $8 million in cap space available as of November 2025, according to SpotTrack. They're looking to rebuild, and trading Hendrickson for a first-round pick in 2026 makes a lot of sense for them. They're prioritizing their secondary, which has only snagged 6 interceptions all season, and trying to rebuild around their offense, which has been held back by turnovers and inconsistent play. Giving up Hendrickson for a future first-rounder would help them free up cap space and acquire draft capital to rebuild from the ground up, especially after a defense that's allowed over 300 points in just 9 games. The Bengals are clearly focused on a rebuild, and trading Hendrickson would be a significant step toward that goal. For the 49ers, though, this isn't just about filling a roster spot. It's about adding a proven difference-maker to a defense that's already been dominant but now faces adversity. With Bosa out for the season and Williams potentially sidelined, the depth along the edge has been tested. Hendrickson's addition would not only boost the pass rush, but also provide veteran leadership and stability in a critical part of the defense. His ability to generate pressure from the right side complements the existing talents on the roster, creating mismatches and forcing offenses to double-team or adjust their blocking schemes. His presence would also help elevate the performance of other players, like Charles Omnihu and Drake Jackson, who have stepped up but could use that extra push. From a strategic perspective, this trade could be a turning point for the 49ers. Adding Hendrickson would likely push the team into a more aggressive, sack-happy approach, increasing their pressure rate and forcing more turnovers. It's well known in NFL circles that pressure leads to turnovers, and Hendrickson's knack for hitting the quarterback and creating chaos in the backfield could translate into more sacks, more forced fumbles, and more three-and-outs. This shift would be especially crucial as the playoffs approach, where every possession counts. The Niners' offense, led by Brock Purdy, has been efficient, and with an improved defense that can generate more sacks and pressure, the team's chances of hoisting Lombardi Trophy again increase exponentially. And what about the division implications? Well, if this trade goes down, it sends a clear message to the rest of the NFC West. The 49ers aren't just content to be contenders. They're actively shaping their roster for a championship push. Meanwhile, rivals like the Seahawks and Rams will have to respond, and the overall competition in the division could heat up even more. The NFC West has always been a tough, physical division, but with the 49ers adding Hendrickson, they could become even more formidable. It's the kind of move that signals they're all in on another Super Bowl run, and they're willing to make bold moves to get there. Now, let's clarify some numbers and what they could mean for the team. With Hendrickson, the 49ers could see a plus 20% increase in pressures, which would put their sack total well over 30 by the end of the season. That would be a huge boost, especially considering their current sack count of around 22. His presence would also likely lead to more QB hits, something that has been a bit inconsistent this year, and cause more turnovers. The team's overall efficiency on defense could skyrocket, raising their expected points allowed and helping them maintain their position as a top-tier defense. Plus, with the team's cap space at around $20 million, absorbing Hendrickson's contract should be manageable, especially if the Bengals are willing to accept a first-round pick in 2026, which is a valuable asset for a team looking to rebuild. Looking at the bigger picture, this move isn't just about one player. It's about the 49ers establishing themselves as true contenders in the second half of the season and into the playoffs. The odds to win the Super Bowl are already favorable, but adding a player like Hendrickson could push those odds even further, potentially from plus 1,000 to around plus 700, according to some betting markets. That's a significant boost, and it reflects how much he can impact the team's chances. The addition of Hendrickson also positions the 49ers as a serious threat to the Rams, who currently hold the division lead but haven't been as dominant as they were last season. The NFC West is shaping up to be a battle of attrition, and the 49ers want to dominate it from the trenches. So in conclusion, this trade, if it happens, would be a monumental move for the San Francisco 49ers. It would reinforce their defensive line, provide much-needed depth after injuries, and send a message to the rest of the league that they're all in for another Super Bowl push. Hendrickson's proven production, durability, and playoff experience make him the perfect fit. It's a bold, strategic move that could define the second half of their season and set them up for another Lombardi Trophy. Fans, we're on the edge of a potential game-changer, and I can't wait to see how this unfolds. Keep your eyes peeled because this story is far from over, and it might just be the move that propels the 49ers back to the top of the NFL. Pause here just for a second. If you want the YOUTUBE algorithm to keep recommending the latest San Francisco 49ers news to you, it's super important that you leave a like on this video. Go ahead, it's quick and it makes a big difference. Thank you. Now let us continue with the big reveal. And now San Francisco 49ers fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this potential trade? Do you think Hendrickson would be the perfect piece to push us over the top? Or do you believe the price is too high? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the San Francisco 49ers. Remember, I'll be back soon with more updates, so stay tuned for the latest San Francisco 49ers news. Thanks for riding with me, and as always, go Niners.